Gabriel has broken his silence about Joe Flacco being traded, and he has some things to talk about with Shedeur. It's another day, and it's some more Cleveland Browns drama, dog. And in words of Coach Prime, we don't really care about the Cleveland Browns, but we do care about Shedeur. So we finna report on this whole situation. So we all know Joe Flacco got the boot of a lifetime, man. They got him the hell out of Dodge in Cleveland and sent him up the road to Cincinnati. Well, I guess what? I am here to tell you that Dillon Gabriel broke his silence about the matter, and he had a lot of stuff to say.
Waking up to the internet losing its mind because Dillon Gabriel made one little comment about sharing reps with Shedeur Sanders, and suddenly, boom, it's like a full-blown quarterback civil war broke out overnight. The memes are everywhere. The hot takes are flying faster than passes in a 2-minute drill, and the Browns locker room looks like it's sitting on a ticking drama bomb.
He's going to wait until later in the week to decide if Shedeur can be the number 2, or if maybe Bailey would be the number 2. Does that impact you and your?
I don't handle any of that. I'll leave that to coaches. But we got a great room, a bunch of guys that either played or have the potential to play, and I think we just come together as a team. And the importance is trying to find ways to win. But I'll leave that with coach. You know what I'm saying?
Dillon probably thought it was just another chill day in Cleveland. Run a few reps, flash a smile for the cameras, maybe drop a friendly soundbite about team chemistry. But then came that one moment, that single, harmless line about sharing reps with Shedeur Sanders. And just like that, the internet went nuclear. And please hit that subscribe button. I'm very near to my goal 1,000 subscriber. Within hours, fans were breaking down every second of his interview like it was some hidden message from the football gods.
I want to talk about the Cleveland Browns situation with Shedeur Sanders at quarterback. Remember, it's been reported that Shedeur Sanders is receiving 8 to 10 reps after practice to get himself up to speed to the offense just in case he is needed in a game. Well, Dillon Gabriel is going viral talking about getting reps with a quarterback room that is crowded as like the Cleveland Browns. Well, Dillon Gabriel just said, hey, I had to prepare my...
You'd think Dillon had leaked the Browns' entire offensive playbook with the way folks were analyzing every eyebrow raise and smirk. It wasn't just a reaction, it was a full-on digital explosion. Because let's keep it real, mentioning Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland right now is like tossing a lit match into a fireworks factory.
Dillon Gabriel was just named the Brown starter, but instead, he took another shot at Shedeur. I find it funny too. Now, this is my opinion. You can take it however you want to, take that statement, whatever. But I'm taking it just like everybody else taking it because everybody else is posting it. ESPN, Cleveland, Chops, Cleveland, Browns, they self-posting them clips saying exactly what Dillon Gabriel saying.
His name alone splits the fan base in two like a high-stakes political debate. You've got the Deion disciples, claiming Shedeur's the next big thing, the heir to Prime's legacy, the future face of the franchise. And on the other side, the cautious crowd swearing Dillon's the one with the experience, the calm, steady hand who's been here before and knows the playbook inside out.
1 and number 2 guys, because you guys are out there taking looks at first team reps together. Is there a synergy that happens during the week between you guys just in terms of preparation, in terms of film study? And does this sort of delay a decision, does that impact your preparations in any way whatsoever? Or do you guys all do that stuff together?
No, it's always been together. So I think just business as usual. But like I said, just solution-based and trying to find ways to win and be flexible and open to that.
This isn't just a quarterback competition anymore. It's a straight-up culture clash. Who's going to keep things steady? That's the real question, because right now, one side's praying for fireworks, and the other's just hoping the stadium doesn't go up in flames. Then here comes Dillon, confident as ever, talking about sharing reps like he just dropped a casual weather report, and instantly, it's like he signed up to host his own roast session. Whatever he said, however he said it, the message hit loud and clear. He's not exactly thrilled about splitting the spotlight with the new golden boy. His tone was that mix of, I'm totally chill, and I'd rather eat turf than watch another Shedeur Sanders highlight clip blow up online.
Shedeur is way better than Dillon Gabriel. He just is. If Shedeur had started from the start, game 1 against Cincinnati at home, they would be the talk of the NFL right now because I look at the fourth quarter yesterday, they go 0 for 4 on third down because Dillon was playing not to lose. Don't throw it to them, don't put it on the ground. And he did a great job of that. But on one of those third downs, you have to try to make a play to win the football game. And trust me, no matter what Stefanski called, Shedeur would try to win the football game because it's how he was raised. You're going to make a play because you were born to make a play.
And when that clip hit the internet, it was over. The fans swarmed like a defensive line on a desperate third and long. Now Dillon's standing there in Cleveland, face to face with a rookie oozing Deion-style swagger, rocking custom gear, and walking around like NIL money just rains from the sky. The fans? They're already ready to crown Shedeur as the franchise savior. Some even joke about renaming the stadium after him. Meanwhile, Dillon's trying to keep his cool, play the veteran role, but every camera lens is locked on him like it's a courtroom drama waiting for the confession.
Dillon Gabriel just said, hey, I had to prepare myself mentally because he's not getting the reps that he needs to be prepared to play in a football game. And he had to share those reps with Shedeur Sanders also. Now, the bag-up quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, he's bagged up Joe Flacco. No, Joe Flacco is QB1, Dillon Gabriel is QB2, and Shedeur Sanders is the emergency quarterback at QB3. I can imagine, family, how hard it is to prepare when you don't get the reps.
You can feel the tension in the air. It's thick, uncomfortable, and impossible to ignore. People whisper, how's Dillon really feeling? Oh, there's tension, all right. The kind you could cut with a dull butter knife. Everyone knows it deep down. This sharing reps thing isn't built to last. One of them's about to become the face of the Browns, and the other might end up as a cautionary tale of what happens when confidence meets competition. And that's when Dillon's old trash talk habits start haunting him like a bad sequel.
Shedeur Sanders was put out there with the proper talent around him. He excelled. 2 touchdowns. Shined on the big stage. I know it was a preseason, but it was the most watched preseason game in over a decade. Shined. But when they put him out there with talent of guys that are not going to be on NFL rosters, that was the result. So when people say, hey, they're setting him up for failure, this is what they're talking about.
Remember those subtle digs in college? Those smug smiles after dropping lines like, no big deal? Yeah, the internet didn't forget. Now those same moments are being clipped, slowed down, and edited with dramatic music. Titles flashing like, The Fall of the Overconfident Quarterback. Dillon's probably sitting there thinking, man, I just said one thing. But that's the thing. One thing was all it took. When you're up against a Sanders, one word is all it takes to set the whole city off. Shedeur isn't just another quarterback. He's a walking headline, a full-blown phenomenon. His arrival in Cleveland didn't just shake the quarterback room, it flipped the whole script and rewired what fans expect from this team. Dillon was supposed to be the calm one, the steady hand to guide the chaos, the veteran who'd mentor, hold it down, and maybe steal a few wins before passing the torch. But after that one viral moment, everything flipped upside down. Now the student's the fan favorite, and the teacher, he's the meme. You can practically hear the Browns' locker room soundtrack switch from hype anthems to circus music playing in the background. And the PR team? Oh, they're doing Olympic-level damage control, dropping lines like team unity, shared goals, and iron sharpens iron. But everyone knows what shared reps really means in NFL language. It's the polite way of saying, one of these dudes is getting benched, and we're just making it look fair.
Want to see Shedeur, let's grade it fairly. That's all I'm saying.
I graded it fairly.
Like, you really want to, you said I want him to play bad so Shedeur can get
I do, but some teachers might want this kid to do bad, but when he turned that test in, she just got to grade that.
I believe Shedeur's better as well, but if we're going to grade, stop grading with bias.
All right, grading without bias. QBR for the game. Dillon Gabriel was a 38 on field.
Meanwhile, Dillon feels the shift. He can sense the ground sliding under him like a quiet avalanche. You can't even blame him for being a little defensive. This man has fought through multiple programs, built his resume the hard way, put in blood, sweat, and late-night film sessions. He's earned every inch of that field. But now, some rookie walks in, backed by highlight reels, brand deals, and a last name that markets itself, and suddenly, the spotlight moves. It's like Dillon showed up to a rocket launch with a calculator, solid, reliable, but missing the flash. Because in today's football world, talent isn't enough. You need hype, charisma, and a fan base ready to go to war for you. Every step Shedeur takes looks scripted by destiny. Every interview feels like an ad for the future of the Browns. Dillon's trying to stay chill, to sound like the mature vet, but that tiny edge in his voice says it all. Why does everyone keep talking about him? And that's all it took, because once social media smells tension, it's game over. The memes hit first. Shedeur photoshopped like a king on a throne, Dillon holding a clipboard beside him. Then come the conspiracy threads. Is Dillon jealous? Has the locker room split? Is Stefanski playing favorites? Before you know it, Cleveland's not looking like an NFL team anymore. It's giving high school drama energy with cameras rolling 24/7. Even the water boys probably have hot takes by now.
What do you want me to really say about Dillon Gabriel over the next 3.5 hours? Well, he was composed. Great. You know how he conducted himself? He conducted himself how a career backup should conduct himself, where you just hope that you're able to hold down the fort until the regular starter comes back. The problem is, we don't have a regular starter that comes back. Well, we do, but nobody wants to see him. So nobody wants that to happen. So here we have to hope that Dillon Gabriel, a guy who is certainly limited, a guy who's smart enough to probably be a coach in the NFL someday, has to go out there and conduct an offense, and we just little bit. And we have to hope that Quinshon Judkins is able to carry us into the end zone, and we don't have a holding call on it.
But here's where it gets poetic. Dillon Gabriel might be digging his own grave without realizing it. The harder he tries to prove he's the guy, the more it reads as desperation, and the more desperate he looks, the louder the crowd cheers for Shedeur. It's a vicious cycle, the kind that turns doubt into a narrative, and a narrative into a legend. Every move Dillon makes to grab the spotlight just ends up making Shedeur's glow even brighter. It's wild. This isn't even about skill anymore. It's about spectacle. Cleveland's been starving for a quarterback story that actually feels real. After years of heartbreaks, false starts, and overhyped letdowns, they finally got something to believe in, and it's a Sanders leading the charge. A rookie rewriting the playbook, reshaping the city's hope. It's straight up cinematic. Meanwhile, Dillon's stuck playing the reluctant side character in someone else's superhero origin story.
I just can't express enough that I would rather do my taxes early than watch this playbook.
By the way, yeah, it's awful.
It seems like somebody tweeted this. They said it seems like a chore watching the Browns instead of like entertainment. Not
one kid on my baseball team watched the Browns game yesterday.
For what? Why would they?
These are kids who like sports.
I mean,
They play fantasy football. They have a fantasy football league.
They're in the scoring, obviously.
Jason's brought this point up a number of times on the show, and it's never been more true than now because I think we're into the second generation.
Yeah, we're losing a generation.
Still, you've got to respect the chaos, because this is the kind of drama that keeps the league buzzing. It's why the offseason feels like a soap opera, and training camp plays out like the season premiere of a must-watch reality show. Fans can't get enough of it. Now, every little thing Dillon says turns into breaking news. Every shrug, every glance, every smirk, it's all dissected like stock trends. Blink too fast, and it's a rage headline. Smile too long, and people swear he's plotting revenge. It's the NFL's version of Big Brother, and Dillon is trapped inside the house with cameras rolling 24/7. And you just know that locker room sees everything, but keeps quiet. Some guys cracking jokes under their breath, others pretending not to notice the tension. And then there's Shedeur, calm, composed, and cool as ice. That's what really drives people crazy. While Dillon's out here sweating bullets, trying to prove a point, Shedeur acts like the point doesn't even exist. He doesn't chase the spotlight, it just naturally follows him. Now, all those old clips are popping back up with captions like, "Still ready." It's not pure hate, okay, maybe a little, but it's what the internet does best, turning ego and attitude into entertainment gold. Meanwhile, Cleveland fans are loving every second of it. One minute they're arguing stats like analysts, the next they're cutting up fan edits with slow motion shots, dramatic music, and flame emojis everywhere. It's madness, but it's glorious madness, because for once, the Browns aren't the punchline, they're the headline. Even if that headline reads like something straight out of a reality show teaser, this season on Cleveland Chaos, 2 QBs, 1 spotlight, and a city divided.
The rookie Shedeur Sanders or practice squad Bailey Zappi would be the team's backup quarterback in the aftermath of trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals. Stefanski said he would let the week play out and make the decision later when asked about QB2 role. Stefanski also would not say if the team would sign Zappi to the active roster ahead of Sunday's game so that one of the backups would serve as the inactive emergency quarterback. Oh, Joe, what are we doing? It's already been reported that Bailey Zappi was taking a lot of the practice squad snaps.
Yeah.
I mean,
listen, Kevin Stefanski is really enjoying this moment. He's really.
The real question now, how does Dillon bounce back? Does he double down and embrace the villain role Cleveland never asked for? Or does he pull off the ultimate redemption arc and outshine Shedeur when it actually counts? Because one thing's certain, this drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. Every throw at practice, every sideline glance, every whispered conversation in that locker room, it's all turning into content. They might as well install a live camera feed in the quarterback room because, honestly, it's more entertaining than half the Browns' games last season. Still, buried in the madness, there's something almost poetic about it all, because this right here is what football's become. Talent meets drama, ego meets opportunity, and one sentence can flip a career upside down. Dillon Gabriel's viral moment wasn't just another headline. It was a mirror showing what the sport has turned into. So maybe, just maybe, this storm fuels him. Maybe he steps back on that field, throws darts, and walks off with that quiet grin that says, "Told you so." But let's be real. The internet's not about to give him peace. Even if he balls out, people will twist it into a joke. Dillon passed the torch, they'll say. Nah, Shedeur just let him borrow it. That's the curse of going viral. You don't control the story anymore. The story controls you. No matter how hard he tries, Dillon's playing catch-up against a narrative that's already gone global. Still, this whole saga feels bigger than just two players. It's a clash of eras. Old-school grit versus new-age flair. Traditional leadership colliding with social media-fueled stardom. It's a storm of tension, ego, and fireworks powerful enough to keep sports talk shows busy for months. Somewhere out there, fans are already writing their own endings. A classic football soap opera in the making. And if we're being honest, Dillon kind of brought this on himself. Trash talk always hits different when you're winning, but the internet never forgets, and it doesn't forgive fast either. All those confident smirks, all those slick one-liners from college, they've been waiting, collecting dust in the archives, just waiting for this exact moment to resurface. And now, that moment's wearing number 12 and goes by the name Shedeur Sanders. So maybe Dillon didn't mean to light the fuse. Maybe he was just trying to sound confident, like any quarterback would. But confidence can sound a whole lot like arrogance when the spotlight burns this bright. And now, whether he likes it or not, he's part of something much bigger than football. A story about pride, timing, and how one viral soundbite can turn your entire career upside down. The Browns might have stumbled into the most entertaining quarterback rivalry since the Baker Mayfield saga, but this one's on another level. It's cool precision versus pure swagger. Calculation versus charisma. Veteran poise versus rising legacy. And in true Cleveland fashion, it's guaranteed to get messy before it gets meaningful. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be must-watch drama. Because if Dillon Gabriel thought his trash talk days were behind him, he's about to learn the hard way. Sometimes the loudest echo comes from the words you said long before the storm ever hit. Right now, that storm's building fast. And Dillon's starting to realize he's not just in a quarterback competition, he's trapped in a full-blown saga. Every move he makes gets clipped, captioned, slowed down, and dissected like it's a hidden message. If he sneezes at practice, someone online swears it's a sign of locker room tension. If he throws a touchdown, fans call it Shedeur inspired. There's no winning this narrative, because it's not even about performance anymore. It's about who feels like the future. And Shedeur, he's just gliding through it all, cool, composed, and camera ready. He's walking through this storm like it's a fashion runway, barely breaking a sweat. He's the kind of dude who could trip over a water bottle and somehow make it look like part of the choreography. That kind of effortless cool only adds fuel to the chaos. Meanwhile, Dillon's out here grinding, sweating through drills, trying to prove leadership, trying to show command, But every time he tightens his chin strap, Shedeur just smirks, calm as ever, looking like the moment chose him instead of the other way around. The team keeps pushing the healthy competition narrative, but everyone in that locker room can feel it. The quiet shift in energy, the side glances during drills, the whispers when practice ends. It's all there, simmering just below the surface. This isn't just football anymore. It's a story unfolding in real time, and every second, the storm grows louder. This battle isn't just about skill anymore. It's about momentum. Shedeur Sanders has that unspoken it factor, that magnetic pull that makes the whole room lean in whenever he moves. He doesn't even have to say much. His presence just shifts the energy. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel, for all his grind and discipline, is realizing something harsh but true. Sometimes no amount of effort can outshine pure aura. If this were a movie, you'd already know the plot. The veteran's pride clashing with the prodigy's destiny. One man fighting to prove he still belongs, the other barely needing to prove a thing. And in between those shared reps, those viral sound bites, and those subtle sideline smirks, Cleveland's quarterback room has quietly turned into the most electric storyline in football right now. Because no matter who wins the starting job, one thing's crystal clear. Dillon Gabriel's words didn't just go viral. They sparked something. They lit the fuse for a quarterback rivalry that could define the Browns' entire future. The kind of rivalry that'll have fans picking sides, analysts arguing for weeks, and the whole league watching every snap like it's the season finale of a blockbuster series. So stay tuned, because this is just getting started. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.